Yeah, unfortunately, he's not going to get enough power behind that swing now because he put so much energy in the chill touch
Sure.
that it's going to bounce off that armor.
Sure. All right.
Right. Let's go to Engelard.
Alright, you know what? I just remembered I have all these scrolls. So, let's see. I only have 2 that'd be useful, but one of them is disarm.
Ah.
Mm.
Yep. So I have disarm. So I
Take
just
away his arms. Do it.
No, no. And just to refresh, basically, it literally does exactly what it says. It would just knock his sword away from him.
Yes. Do you know how to speak magic?
Yes.
Okay, then you can cast it.
Alright, let's see. Oh, it doesn't say what I would say. Well,
no, because essentially you would read the scroll verbatim, and we don't have time for that. So
Yeah.
you read. So you guys see Angelard kind of reach into his pack and pull out the exact scroll that he needed at the time, because none of that backpack stuff. Yeah, and he will pull it out, pop the top, unravel it, and he will read it verbatim, and Alexis the Minotaur Mage will get a saving throw versus spell to negate that effect. Okay.
All right. Yep. Pray.
All right. You guys see Alexis's sword, which is kind of has like a flame motif about the pommel, or the guard rather, and it's got a red gem in the hilt. You see that sword fly towards the door.
All right.
Yes, and kind of goes through the shield that he made, and it clatters to the ground nearer to the door. All right.
Does it break the shield?
No, certainly not.
Okay.
All right.
There we go. The kind of the heat from the scroll heating up forces Engelard to drop the scroll, and before it hits the ground, it dissipates into cinder.
Oh well, it served its purpose.
Walzer.
All right. So I'm on my double attack turn at the moment. Wait, am I?
No, you're not.
No. I'm on my single attack. All right. So explain to me what his hand looks like.
It is imagine a kind of bovine hoof.
How did he pick me up then? Is he like holding me above the ground? Okay. Yeah.
Take it easy. Imagine a bovine hoof that instead of a hoof had fingers. So it's like that.
So it's a hand.
No hand.
Okay.
But it's got his fingernails are typically of that same chitinous material or chitinous material.
Okay. Is it skeleton? Or is it bone, or is it flesh as well?
Kind of a flesh. There's some exposed bone and dangling flesh.
Am I able to sunder his bones?
What do you mean?
Like, am I able to break his wrist or something like that?
You can make a called shot on his arm.
Is he like holding me up in the air?
No, you're firmly footed on the ground.
Okay, but he's got his hand on top of my head.
I will even since it's hard to miss. I will negate the called shot penalty for you.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna
So
fucking...
so it's just an attack roll, called shot on his arm.
Yeah, sure, I'm gonna do that.
It's time for real.
That's gonna hit.
That is gonna hit.
Finally.
So give me some damage.
So is he a big guy? What are we talking about here?
This is large, so it should be 1d6 if I recall.
Yes.
1d6 plus 2, right?
Yes. Alright, so the first one is the 10.
Well, remember it's a called shot, so it's going to be his arm, so we don't need to worry about the location.
Alright, so then it's just 7 damage.
7, yeah. 7 damage, that's pretty rough, that's pretty gnarly. 7 damage, you guys see, Engelard and Alistair, you saw Minotaur Mage grab him by the head and kind of siphon some kind of energy into him, and then Walzer, while he's being grabbed, does he say anything, Walzer?
Yeah, I say, let go of me, you bony fuck!
Yeah, and then he kind of aims, he kind of brings the hilt closer to him to get a good angle on it, and he will like savagely beat the hammer into his arm. The arm cracks at a 90-degree angle.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah, and the Minotaur mage kind of gives a howl of undead horror.
How does that sound?
I don't know. And then it echoes out through the chamber, and it kind of shakes you to your very core.
Yeah. Cool.
We'll add it in post-production.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that breaks it. Breaks that arm. That was his, not his sword arm, that would have been his right arm, because he's left-handed.
Okay. Wait, so he was using the shield hand to do the damage to you?
Remember, the shield is stationary, he doesn't have to hold it.
Oh, right, yeah, no, okay. But that was his casting arm, was it?
Yeah, but typically, yeah.
Okay, excellent.
Theoretically, a wizard could use either hand. It doesn't, unless there's a somatic component which requires both hands. If it only requires one hand, he can use either one.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So he has no sword. His main casting arm is broken into a 90-degree angle. And then it's Alistair's turn.
All right. Well, I'm still hobbling over to Englard, hoping that there's a torch there. Is the sword that clattered away near to me? Can I hobble and pick it up?
Yeah, it's on the way.
All right, I'll hobble over and I'll pick that thing up.
All right, you grab it. It's a broadsword. So when he was wielding it, it looked kind of like you would wield a short sword because he's larger. But for you, it's a broadsword. You can wield it with one hand, but yeah.
Okay.
Obviously with severe non-proficiency penalties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just holding on to it so he can't get it back.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I'm just gonna.
Certainly, no problem. Good call. Good call. You're still hobbling. Okay, that's your turn, right? Anything else?
I'm just gonna keep calling out to Engelard. It's just like, it's like, yeah, torches. Can you get some torches ready, or like even just kind of like throwing motion with one of my hands as well. Yeah.
You said there was torches on the walls, right?
Yeah.
There are, yes.
Are you able to... I assume you're going to use it for a spell or something like that, so... Are you able to use that
I
magic?
can hope. Well, I've already hobbled all this way.
I mean, he's going to throw the torch and then cause it to explode.
Oh, okay.
So I'm really smart, and I invented this game.
And I invented this game.
Yeah, no.
You
Okay.
know how this stuff works.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The Alexis the Minotaur Mage will look at his spells, see what he can do now.
Oh,
Realize that he needs two hands to cast them all. Sigh.
Well, that's what he's looking what he can do.
Yeah.
That undead howl of pain that he let loose eventually undulates and begins to raise in timbre and octave until it becomes a shriek, and eventually you realize that he's saying words, and then he will begin to take steps. He's not grappling you anymore with the head, but he will hop down from the dais.
Mm-hmm.
So he's basically advancing.
Hang on a sec,
at
guys. For some reason, I don't know what happened there. That's really strange. My net is being terrible today, so we're back. Continue, sorry.
So Alexis will jump down and advance threateningly on Walzer,
Okay.
or at least where he believes Walzer to be.
Sure.
Walzer, I would like you to make a saving throw versus spell. So 14. This is going to be at a -4 penalty because this is Alexis's signature spell.
That was not gonna happen for me, I don't think.
Yeah.
I had to get like a, what is it, I guess 18 or
18.
higher, yeah. Yep.
Walzer, the figure of Alexis the Minotaur Mage, does Walzer have a childhood fear, a nightmare perhaps? Clowns. Color red.
Let's say drowning.
Okay. The visage of Alexis the Minotaur Mage fades from view for you. You cannot see him anymore. Instead, the room begins to fill with water, and eventually so quickly that you have almost no time to react, and you begin to drown.
Okay.
Engelard.
Well then.
There's no water in here.
Poor guy. Oh, I'm not close enough to him to use the other scroll that I could use, so I'm just gonna take another shot at him.
Okay. Yeah, he's got his back to you, so how about +2?
How about +4?
And the +2 ain't doing shit.
So that's not gonna do anything for you.
Yeah.
The crossbow bolt ricochets off the back wall. This time that one cracks in two when it hits the wall.
Alright.
Walter.
Yes. Okay, so suddenly I'm drowning.
Well, suddenly the room began to fill with water through the ceiling. The water came in through holes in the ceiling, and through hidden reserves that you didn't see or didn't notice.
Sure.
There must have been large amounts of water in the ceiling that you didn't notice, and they all fall at once and begin to rise, and you begin to drown.
All right. So,
for all intents and purposes, you are drowning.
All right. Is there? I look up. Do I see any space, air in the roof?
Yeah, it's up there. If you could swim to the top.
All right. I will do so.
Okay. Do you have the swimming proficiency?
I do not believe I do.
Okay. Why don't you give me a wisdom check?
A wisdom check?
Yes.
So, do you want me to... Okay, yeah. Which is 7, by the way. So, the first time I roll high... yeah, nothing.
Not good enough.
Not good enough.
Yeah. Something's holding you down. You look down, you see that there's a chain that's chaining you to the ground.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, you're going to have to explain this to me. Am I smart enough to realize that it wasn't there before?
What's your intelligence?
It's 10.
No.
Okay. So all of a sudden it's just like I'm just tripping balls.
As far as you know,
yeah.
if you were drowning, your brain would not be functioning at full capacity.
Okay.
So it's not really something you're trying to reason through. It's just something you're trying to get away from.
The spell bypasses your reason.
That's kind of the way the spell works. Okay. For all intents and purposes, you are drowning.
Okay. Let's think. I want to try something, but I don't know if Walzer would actually do it. And the only reason that I could suggest that he would try something like this was because he's read stories of heroes and stuff like that before.
Yeah, this is not the way the story ends.
Yeah,
normally.
sort of thing. And you can tell me whether or not that this is acceptable, but I want to try like hurt myself.
To what end?
Like, I want to try, like... Like, maybe stab myself in the thigh or something.
With what?
Let's take a look. Oh, man, I thought I had something. But I got the silver arrow.
Okay. I'm gonna let you do it on your next turn. I'm gonna say your saving throw was for that turn.
Okay. I mean, like, is that acceptable answer? Like,
yes and no. I'll let you do that, and I will not.
Because, like, I don't know if like I would be like if it, all of a sudden I was chained to the floor and I was just drowning.
Yes.
I mean, like, it's kind of hard for me to make that logical leap.
Yes, that's because you're not there. That's because you're not drowning.
Yeah. but I think I'm drowning, right? So I'm like,
drowning. It's hard for you to make that logical leap because you're not there.
Okay. Well, in that case, like, if I can't physically make that leap, I guess I would hold my breath as long as I can.
Yeah, certainly, of course.
And I would sort of stop moving around as much. Like, I wouldn't struggle.
Would you try to pull the chain, see if it comes loose, or?
I would probably look at what's binding me to the chain first.
Okay. It's chained to the stone floor.
Is it like what's around my ankle? Like what is holding me to the chain?
Like a leg iron.
Okay. All right. Does it have a padlock on it?
Nope, just a chain to the floor.
Interesting.
This is a phantasm of your own mind, so whatever you want.
Yeah. All right. It's
the worst situation possible. There's no.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of how I would handle it. I mean, like obviously I would struggle.
Yes.
But at the same time, it's almost futile to struggle in that situation. So.
Certainly. Do you think this is the end for you?
Well, how about this? Can I make like a survival check?
Do you have survival?
I do.
Oh. For what reason? Defend.
To know whether or not what I should do in a situation like this?
Yes.
So my survival is int base, so it's a 10. Or it's a dex base, which is 9. So I think I'm going to go with int here.
10.
Alright, I pass it.
So...
Like in the situation...
Your logical survival would tell you that you're going to drown.
Well...
So you better just suck it up.
Alright, I start drinking water.
Okay. Alistair. You see a bizarre display as Walzer begins to first flail into the air wildly. His lucerne hammer falls to the ground. Alaxis the Minotaur Mage is right next to him. He has bizarrely ceased to attack the Minotaur Mage and thrown his lucerne hammer to the ground, flailing into the air, and then kind of looking at his leg, and then begins to gulp air into his mouth.
What's Alaxis the Minotaur Mage doing? Is he still chanting the spell?
Nope. It looks like well, I guess what he would do after that is he would turn his attention toward you.
Damn. Alright, well. Let's see if I can...
Oh no, I haven't forgotten about you, Nigel.
Alrighty. Let's see if I can get Walzer out of his funk. I'm going to just try something here. Alright, I'm going to use one of my cantrips, my trusty spider cantrip. Okay. I'm going to... gonna make it appear on, let's see. Gonna make it appear on Walzer, on his, maybe not on his face.
Not only is he drowning, there's a spider on his face.
Yeah, man, I'd be fucking tripping shit if it was just like, what the fuck is happening to me right now? Yeah. Oh, by the way, do I see anyone else in the room when I'm drowning, by the way? Like, how does that work?
As a matter of fact, yes, you do, now that you mention it. Now that you've been in this situation for a little while, you do see Alistair and Engelard standing normally in the room.
Just like
that will enable it. That will urge you to make a saving throw on your next turn.
Okay, interesting.
Alistair.
Alright, damn. Alright, let's see. Well, yeah, I'm gonna do the cantrip still. I'm gonna put it on, I'm gonna try and the spider appear on his hand, since he's no longer flailing,
Okay.
I'm gonna make the spider do like a little happy dance, like it's gonna wave its hand, like it's fun little things like this. See if I can give him some kind of interesting thing. Maybe that'll help with his saving throw. Help break the spell if he knows if the spider's happy. If I'm sitting there casting a happy spider, he knows he's, maybe it's not what it seems.
Yeah, happy spider. You wouldn't be casting happy spider if he was drowning.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else, Alistair?
All right. He's looking at me. Jeez. I am also. Oh, good. Could I cast another cantrip? Would I have time for that?
Let's say yes if you don't move.
All right. Yeah, I haven't moved because the Minotaur mage focusing on me has kind of made me add some extra mud to the rags, if you know what I mean. I am also going to use a cantrip to see if I can take the Minotaur mage out of the way. I'm going to use distract. I'm going to I'm going to kind of like cup my hands near my mouth and say prepare yourself, and then kind of like project it behind the mage, behind the Minotaur mage, if I can create a distraction behind him. Yeah.
Okay. He's gonna get a saving throw.
All right.
Okay. He'll say, "You're gonna have to do better than that." He look behind him and then back. Yeah.
It was worth a shot.
Can you let me know also when he crosses the barrier?
Alexis? Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Okay. That's that. That was Alistair. Now, Alexis. Alexis will move along, away from Walzer, back to him, along the length of the plane of the tripwire, not crossing it, on the other side.
Yeah.
So Engelard and Alistair are on this side. He's going to be on this side. He's going to walk the length of it. He's going to, remember, he's going to be limping, half speed.
Yeah, his knee's screwed up, and his arm's screwed up.
So he's not going to make it all the way there, but he's going to say to Alistair, he's going to say, "I'm not sure what you hope to accomplish here, Blackheart. You know you'll never complete your plans while I'm around." And then he's going to end his turn halfway between Walzer and Engelard. Okay? How about Engelard? What do you do in response to that?
Oh, he's kind of close to me. I've been hitting him with my crossbow bolt, so how about we take out this other scroll of mine?
Which one?
Shocking Grasp.
Oh, the Shocking Grasp.
Is that a touch attack?
Yes.
It is. If he was to reach across the line, he could do that.
Oof. It's gonna suck if this fails or something bad happens, but
yeah,
I haven't been hitting him, so let's go and touch him.
Okay, so you're going to close the distance, staying on your side of the line, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're going to break out this other scroll, and you're going to read it verbatim, and then basically as the scroll heats up and dissipates, kind of leaves your hands or your one hand free, and you're going to use that one to touch him in the chest or grab him by the arm, or
I'm doing
grab his other arm.
grab his stumpy broken arm.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna reach out. I'm going to touch him and try my best to make sure I'm not letting him. I'm going to be touching him for as long as I can.
Okay. Now I believe
a longing touch.
What damage does it say on that scroll? Do you have that figure?
Maybe it's Shocking Grasp, so it's electric.
Yeah, so it should say 1d8 plus 6. That's not right. It should be 1d6 plus 3. Okay.
All right.
And you roll 1d6 plus 3 damage for me. There is no saving throw on Shocking Grasp. You do have to make an attack roll though.
Yep.
Okay, so you have to make an attack roll.
1d20. All right. What? Repeat.
Just 1d20. Make a regular attack roll.
Need a 14 or higher, basically.
Oh.
All right. So when the spell dissipates, now don't worry, that's not bad. The way Shocking Grasp works is it basically charges your hands, and it's not discharged until the electricity is discharged.
Right.
Okay? So
it's like rubbing your
on one of your hands.
Carpet.
Yeah. So you've got a charged hand ready to go. You reach out to attack him. He pulls back. Or maybe you just don't. You're worried about the line, so you actually fall short a little bit. He's not quite close enough. Okay. But you've still got the charged hand. Okay.
Right.
Still good. That's going to last a limited amount of time. Okay.
It says 6 rounds.
Yes, 6 rounds.
Alright.
Okay. That's 6 full rounds, so 6 of your turns.
Yep.
Yes. How about Walzer?
How about Walzer?
I would like you to make a saving throw. And now that you see the happy dancing spider, you see Engelard and Walzer, not Walzer, Engelard and Alistair standing normally, not reacting to the water in any way. You're going to make a saving throw with no penalty now. So just 14.
Also,
14 or better.
I'm going to argue that I see Engelard with, like, lightning coming out of his hands.
Oh, yeah, good call. How about a +2?
Alright. If I don't pass this...
12 is the number. Right. Yes, you're inhaling the water. It's filling your lungs as far as you can tell. You are drowning.
I give in and die.
Okay. you fall to your knees.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The happy dancing spider doesn't ease the pain at all.
Oh, I float away, but if I fall to my knees, I'm like, okay.
Well, has Walzer ever drowned before?
Well, let's say he had an incident, which is why he has had this, and it was in currents more than like being held underwater. So,
well, this just must be what happens when somebody drowns. They fall to their knees.
They become as heavy as a rock.
Yeah.
And they sink
well, you're swallowing all the water. You become as heavy as the water. That clearly makes the most sense.
Mm-hmm.
Alistair, I'll tell you what. Adjudicating illusions is one of the hardest things you can do. So.
Yeah.
Just bear with it.
No worries, yeah.
Damn. Alright, well, I didn't move, so I'm still only about halfway where I need to be.
I really
is the Minotaur Mage... How close is the Minotaur Mage to, like, the torches now?
Well, since Engelard closed the distance to him about 15 feet away from the wall.
Yeah, alright.
And about 15 feet away from you.
Oh, what can I do?
Yes, what can you do? Quite a pickle.
Yeah, it is. It is. Alright.
Role playing for real.
Yeah, I know, right? So he's just short, hey? Alright, how about, I'm going to get the broadsword in my hand. I'm going to, I see that Engelard is unable to kind of reach him with the shocking grasp. I look down at the broadsword and I'll catch Engelard's attention. I'll just like, here, use this, and I'll kind of like try and slide it along the ground towards him.
Okay.
Maybe that can, yep.
Why don't you give me an attack roll to see if it makes it all the way there or goes too far or not?
Or goes into his thigh or something like that.
Because remember, if you're rolling it towards Engelard, you're also rolling it towards Alexis.
Yeah. Alright, let's see. What would I be rolling specifically? Roll.
Just an attack roll, 1d20.
Roll d20. Boom. Ugh.
9, so it's gonna fall short, so I guess that's just kind of better than could be.
It might
be better.
Yeah. Well, it's better than overshooting.
Yeah. But Engelard's gonna have to move a bit in order to pick it up.
Right. Cross the barrier too.
Alright. Alistair, anything else?
No. Well, I'll try and move as much as I can as well, still closing the distance.
Alexis looks at Alistair and he says, "What are you even doing here? What's the point of this? You clearly can't best me."
Cocky little
No
shit.
reply from me. Yeah.
What's the matter? Cat got your tongue?
I have nothing to say to you.
You're usually so chatty.
I guess I'm still just kind of focusing on getting towards the Engelard. I'm just gonna ignore him.